Hey everyone, good morning. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm Sanjeev, the founder of Leap Wallet, and today really excited to be here and talk to you guys about the next evolution of our product strategy. But first, what is Leap Wallet? Leap is a super wallet that's designed exclusively for the Cosmos ecosystem. Today, we have three distinct wallet offerings, which include our browser extension, we have two mobile apps, and we have a web dashboard, which all put together have a total of 250K plus installs. We began our Cosmos journey in the middle of last year, wanting to build the best interchain wallet experience, and we started by solving some of the biggest problems that we heard from users and builders alike. First, a lot of Cosmos chains at the time we got in were not natively supported on existing wallets. We felt this was a very important problem, and today, happy to say that we fixed this. Leap today offers support for 55 plus Cosmos chains across all our products. This week, we're going to add 3 more chains to the list. Second, we've actually worked really hard on building a best-in-class mobile experience that's on par with our browser extension. Not just that, we've actually added a suite of mobile-specific features like an inbuilt dApp browser, which is on your phone, a suite of push notification services to give you instant on-chain alerts for your on-chain activity, and so much more. And finally, we felt that there was a huge opportunity to upgrade the UX for several in-wallet transactions. And so, with the goal of bringing the best of the interchain to your wallet, today, Leap offers one-click swaps and IBC transfers across all our products. We've integrated the entire staking and governance suite into all our offerings. We have an inbuilt NFT gallery on our products, and so much more. We've achieved a lot of what we set out to do last year, but really, we feel like we're only getting started here. Just in the next 3 to 6 months, we have several transformative ideas in our roadmap that are going to push the boundaries on both user experience and wallet capabilities, including experiments with account abstraction, adding wallet-to-wallet messaging, adding a fully-fledged dApp store within our products, and our overarching goal of building a one-click everything experience for our users. And there's lots of exciting stuff coming up here. But as we reflected on our last year building here, we realized that a lot of what we've actually been building has been for the Cosmos native user. Now, this is a user who's typically been in crypto for a long time, somebody who's deeply passionate about Cosmos, somebody who's fairly comfortable with complex tech, and a user who's also very opinionated about the kind of products that they want to use. Honestly, we really enjoy working with these users, building for them. But the fact of the matter is that this is still a relatively small user base. Today, if you look at the total installs that Cosmos wallets have, which is about 1 million plus on browser extensions, and you compare that to the installs that say something like a MetaMask has, you realize that the non-Cosmos but crypto-native base is at least 20 to 30 times bigger, if not more. And this in itself is a tiny fraction of the larger addressable market that crypto has today, which is the 5 billion plus internet users. And so if Cosmos really has to grow, all of us as builders need to ask ourselves, how do we, while we continue solving for the Cosmos native user, how can we solve for these other user bases that exist today? And frankly, we don't believe that this is a product problem. Today, amongst us, we have some amazing builders who built out great products in the Cosmos space. We have all the right fundamental products that we require. But we believe it's actually more of a top-of-funnel and conversion problem. That is, we don't have the right experiences to attract and engage these new user bases. If you take a look at this example, which is a tweet that was posted by Levana recently, you'll see that there is actually a 25 to 30-step process that a new to Levana user needs to go through from the time they land on the Levana front end until the time they're actually able to make their first trade there. And frankly, at some level, it makes sense because all of us, we at Leap and other builders, we've been focused on the Cosmos native user. Now, when we're starting to focus on other users, these guys are going to come with a different set of problems. For instance, a lot of crypto native users do not want to get yet another crypto wallet. A lot of people don't want to get a wallet at all. People want easy ways to port their liquidity from Ethereum, Solana, over to Cosmos, and we just don't have the right experiences for this today. That being said, a lot of these problems are fundamentally UX and onboarding issues, something that we at Leap anyway think a lot about. So we put on our thinking hats and started asking ourselves, how do we help the ecosystem? How do we help Cosmos builders tackle some of these issues? And as we went through this process, we started putting together and noticing some patterns, some recurring themes that we'd seen from our experience working in the space. The first of which was that dApp UX is as critical as wallet UX. A lot of people, when they talk about crypto UX being broken, refer to wallet UX. And they're absolutely right. Wallets are important. Wallet UX is really important. But often it's the case that it's a particular dApp that's brought the user into the ecosystem. It is the dApp that has the brand recall. And oftentimes you find that users engage with their favorite dApp a lot more than they engage with their wallet. And it's worth noting that a lot of transactions that actually happen on these dApps are not core transactions on the of the dApp. They're things like send, swap, onboarding, which are, in our opinion, wallet type of transactions. And so if we really need to fix some of the onboarding challenges we've spoken about, we need to prioritize solving for dApp UX as much as we need to solve for wallet UX. Second, we noticed that because a lot of dApp builders are realizing these problems, many people are trying to solve these problems, but it's a similar set of problems, but everyone is trying to solve these bottom up. Things like, how do we add MetaMask support to our dApps? Although Snaps has made this easier in recent times, how do we add one-click social login to our dApps? How do we have easy solution for bridging and on-ramping assets from other ecosystems? How do we find solutions for the fact that users may not have the right gas token in their dApps? How do you find ways to engage users and bring them back to the ecosystem? And importantly, note that a lot of these problems are actually not core to the business, so to speak, and dev bandwidth would much rather be spent on solving problems that only the dApp is uniquely able to solve. Finally, we noticed that app chains want to be opinionated about their UX, and they want to own and control as much of the user journey as they can. And this makes a lot of sense, right? This is fully aligned with the Cosmos thesis that app chains want to own and customize their blockchains. It's just the extension of the same idea over to how they think about UX, a form of vertical integration, if you will. And mega successful companies like Apple, Amazon have shown that this is indeed the right way to think if you're building a big business. And there are all sorts of examples in the space, right? Like Sunny Stock from day one was a testament to this way of thinking. Several others, right? So you notice, for example, Fetch, they actually forked Kepler to build their own wallet. Kujira built out Sonar wallet. DYDX, when you try to make transactions on their front end, they don't want a pre-confirmation modal for the users to click on. Several dApps like Stargaze have integrated Skip, Squid, Cardo, and others because they want a native onboarding flow. Several examples of this. So while the problem set that we're trying to solve for is similar, what's very clear is you cannot have a one-size-fits-all solution. So with some of these insights, we kind of went back to the drawing table, spoke to a bunch of developers, and really excited to present to you the next evolution of our product strategy, which is the modular wallet stack. The core idea with Leap's modular wallet stack is to unbundle the various components, the various underlying components that make up our wallet stack, and offer them as individual modules for developers to integrate on their front ends. Now, these are going to come in different shapes and sizes, and the whole idea is we're going to try and solve some of the UX and onboarding challenges we spoke about. Our modular stack is going to come in two kinds of offerings. The first is what we're calling as the Wallet Toolkit. The Wallet Toolkit is a collection of libraries and SDKs which aim to offer all the essential logic and functionality that is baked into our wallet without actually being opinionated about the presentation layer or the application. And so this gives flexibility for developers to take them and use them as they'd like. This basically constitutes, from top to bottom, we have the UI library of Leap, which has been designed to seamlessly work across all form factors. We have the wallet core, which is sort of offering, this is the heart of the wallet. This is the logic for all transactions, for page displays within the wallet. We have a whole suite of helper modules that we've built out, which contain critical information like gas prices that we've tried and tested over months. We have a transaction parser library, which basically converts complicated transaction messages into simple, easy to understand English sentences. We have the keychain library, which houses all of our key management logic across devices. We have a notification service, which today is used to send push notifications to users, but you could just use this service to also build out bots, to build out automated trading strategies. And finally, we have the node management system, which is an internal load balancer of sorts, where you can input a set of RPC nodes and get real-time, uptime, latency data. One of the best examples of the wallet toolkit in action was our recent MetaMask Snaps launch, wherein while there was some extra effort required, some new effort required to build out the Snaps library. A lot of the heavy lift here was actually taking relevant parts from our wallet toolkit and composing them into a middleware that would work well with the Snaps code to build out a great end-to-end Snaps experience. And here, our end goal actually is to offer the entire Leap wallet experience within the MetaMask interface as Snaps framework expands. And the way we're going to do that is by taking more and more pieces from our wallet toolkit and embedding them within the MetaMask presentation layer. So that's the offering one. The second type of offering here is what we're calling as plug-and-play frontends, which are basically front-end widgets which have been composed using different pieces from the wallet toolkit and aim to solve specific narrowly defined problems. Now, these offer a very seamless way of integration wherein just a few lines of code and you can actually get this lightweight SDK up and running on your website within 30 minutes. One of the examples of this out in the wild today is our Elements onboarding SDK, which aims to offer dApps a range of onboarding solutions simply out of the box. Today, we offer IBC swaps, cross-chain swaps from EVMs to Cosmos, and fiat on-ramps through partnerships with Squid, Skip, Cardo, and lined up here ahead are partnerships with folks like TFM, Wormhole, CCTP. The whole idea here is a couple of clicks, a couple of lines of code, and you get this onboarding solution right out of the box. Why should you care about this? What's in it for you as builders? Number one, the most important thing I want to highlight is that at Leap, we spend a lot of time thinking about these UX and onboarding challenges. And what we hope to offer through our modular wallet toolkit is an out-of-the-box solution for this, but with various levels of abstraction that are best fit for your use case. Which means, number two, this actually frees up a lot of your dev time to focus on core product offerings. Number three, all of this is built with customizability and flexibility at the heart of the offering, which means that you only need to integrate the parts that you want. Wherever there are UIs to integrate, we're going to make sure there's enough customizability to make it look and feel like a natural part of your dApp. Wherever possible, we're going to provide solutions which are full stack, utilizing Leap's infra, but also just front-end libraries that you can plug in to your own infra setup. And finally, the way this is all been built is to be customizable with all wallets, not just Leap. It'll work with MetaMask, Kepler, any other Cosmos wallet that you want to use. Now, quickly, I want to talk about a few examples, right? A few more examples of things that are going to make their way in our roadmap in the next couple of months. The one that we're really excited about, and some of you might have seen a live demo of this in our booth, is social logins. Very actively working on this. And the goal is to allow dApps to integrate one-click social logins on their front ends. User comes on to their dApp, signs in with their favorite social method, and instantly is able to use the dApp. Behind the scenes, we create a non-custodial wallet for the user. Doesn't require a seed phrase, doesn't require a new Cosmos wallet. And the way this works is that we are partnering with Capsule, which is providing the underlying MPC technology. And then layering on top of that, we are building in different parts from both our wallet toolkit as well as our plug-and-play front-end to provide an end-to-end great experience for the social login user. Next up, we have the embedded wallet. This is something we originally built out for Snaps, but is very widely applicable as well. This offers an in-app wallet experience, if you will, wherein users are able to view balances and activity without ever leaving the dApp context. Now, this is something that's already live. And as we speak, we're working on adding a transaction suite into the wallet as well, so you can actually do send, swap, stake, all within the experience of the dApp itself. Next up, we have the gas station widget, which aims to solve the problem that several times on Cosmos chains, users don't have the required tokens to make transactions on your dApp or app chain, but users only find out about this during the transaction flow. So now with Gas Station, you can embed this widget, embed this flow within the transaction journey without actually breaking it, and users can swap into the required gas tokens from the tokens they already have. Another thing they're working on here is the dApp inbox, which is a notification suite that you can integrate into your front-end products, which is going to offer you the ability to have both custom messages as well as automated alerts to sort of re-engage with your user base. Now, with all of these things in place, what does the experience for a new to Cosmos user look like, right? Let's take an example of a dApp that's making use of our modular wallet stack. Step one, user logs into this dApp, sees a suite of social login solutions, one click, and they're already logged in to the dApp. They can start using it. Step two, there are a range of methods that allow them to get in liquidity from other ecosystems or on-ramp powered by the Elements SDK. Then the user does the core transaction that they want to make on the app, And at any point, if the user now wants to check their balances, send, swap, stake, do other things that people do in the ecosystem, you can do all of this without leaving the dApp context, sign all these transactions with your same social login wallet, all of this powered by the wallet widget. And finally, you have a notification suite that you can use to re-engage with the users and kind of bring them back. And through this process, of course, what we hope is that some percentage of these new to Cosmos users are, over the period of time, going to get excited by Cosmos applications, get more deeply woven into the Cosmos space, and want to become Cosmos native. And at that point of time, we already have the entire B2C suite of Leap products, which they can then seamlessly transition into, with all this while experiencing a familiar UX already. In conclusion, I want to reiterate that this is not a shift in direction for us. We embarked on this journey wanting to build the best wallet experience for Cosmos, and that's something we're committed to doing. We're going to continue working hard on that. But today, we're adding another layer to this mission, which is to allow builders to take the same Leap wallet, super wallet experience that Leap offers, and take it to their users wherever they are in the ecosystem. Needless to say, we are all in on the interchain, very excited about this new mission, and very committed to growing the Cosmos pie. Thank you.